SoccerBeat, please. Except, guys, the Talking Pirates guys are killing us on the subscription. They're getting multiple subscribers from the Pirates guys commenting. We are not hearing enough from the Chiefs guys. This is Talking Chiefs. I've got Tsepo, Masilela, and Farouk Khan. And they want to hear from you. Subscribe, hit them with comments, let them know what you thought of this performance, because I saw drama here. Coach Farouk, I'm going to start with you, because Tsepo will defend Chiefs with all his heart. Coach Farouk, I saw drama. Beneficiaries and guys who lost the benefit.
Yeah, look, it was a controversial ending to this particular encounter. And I think there's still going to be a lot of discussions come Monday, come the week. Because again, the referee allowed a goal, the linesman flagged for a foul, and the decision was overturned. On what basis, we can't say. Because if you look at the slow-mo, there was some contact, but was it enough for the goal to be disallowed? We will only know once that has been dissected over the next period of time.
Tsepana, it's like these Ken Cup matches. You have to take it and run, Mosne. Is that the word of the day? Take it and run, Baba.
You take it and run, Baba. Maybe Chiefs benefited. We yet to see, as the coach said. Let's wait for the experts. The referees experts on Monday and hear their views and during the week. But listen, man, they through to the next round and last four actually, and let's see how it plays out.
Coach Farouk,
yeah, sometimes
for me,
in matches like this.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead, Coach. Coach.
No, just to add to what Tsepo was saying, sometimes when you win these games, you don't play your best football. Tonight was clearly an example of that. It wasn't a vintage performance. And I think to say that come the midweek game, Chiefs moved up a gear. But after scoring the goal, they seem to have gone back into what we noticed and what we spoke about come the midweek. They lost their rhythm, they lost their fluency. There was so much turnover of possession. It wasn't a convincing performance. There's still a lot of work to be done. And we are only talking now semi-final. So going into the semi-final, they should work very hard to remedy those problems. Possession turnover was a big problem. Finishing, I don't want to even go there. It was poor, to say the least.
And Coach, I want to go there. Exactly. I want to go to who was the poor finishers. But I want to first go to, we're going to wake up tomorrow and the challenge for Kaizer Chiefs will remain. They have to qualify for CAF somehow. Whether it's Confederations Cup or Champions League, they have to qualify for African football. That is almost a prerequisite right now, Coach. Am I wrong?
No, of course. This is a big club. This is an institution. If Chiefs don't qualify again, it will be a huge, huge disaster, not only for Chiefs, but for South African football. All of us want to see a Chiefs. A Chiefs is good for league, for cup competition, because Chiefs command the biggest support. So you want to have thousands of people in the stadium when these huge competitions take place. In the absence of Chiefs, it's not the same. We've seen teams in the past, no disrespect intended to Stellenbosch, to Marumo, they are not the Chiefs. They were in those competitions, but we want to see a Chiefs there, and we want to see a vintage Chiefs. We want to ensure that the technical team starts sorting out those glitches. Early on you had glitches. Similarly, we want those glitches not to be there. We want to make sure this team wins games convincingly. Tonight, the score wasn't a good indication of the match, let's be honest. When it was 1-1 during that period and that goal came from a corner, it was still very, very close. If you look at the percentages for possession, very tight. You look at the attempts on goal, very tight. You want a Chiefs that's convincing. And I think that is what everybody in South Africa wants. Kaizer Chiefs fans, and I'm sure football lovers in general.
Tsepana, and yes, even hip-hop guys, Nota Baloyi was even making fun of Kaizer Chiefs, saying, our flights as pirates are flying out of South Africa. Tina Silai Zadleni, wire. You can catch us anywhere. Durban, Polokwane, always home. And it can't be, Tsepana, it can't be. And what we saw today doesn't indicate that, it seems like the target of CAF qualification via even the Nedbank Cup or via the league, it really is monumental.
Yeah, it's monumental, but when you're in their position, when you're in the last four, anything is possible, Sizwe. You know, when you're in the last four, anything is possible, and the dream is still alive. You can qualify via Nedbank. Listen, they have two opportunities now. If they finish third, you know, they can qualify. If they go to the finals and win the trophy, and again, I don't know how it works, but you know, sometimes you get your luck where you play the finals against maybe a team, the Pirates, Sundowns, that is already number one, two, you know, that have qualified, and you know, you still get your luck. So it's still possible, man. In football, as much as there's noise and talks, but as players, you know, you have to live in the present, in the moment. You know, at this present moment, they through to the last four. So anything is possible.
Teams are not playing only against Chiefs, Coach Farouk, at the moment. You know, every player that's playing against Chiefs right now is trying to impress Chiefs because they know Chiefs are trying to sign people, right? So Kaizer Chiefs, when they're playing against a team, they're not only playing against that team, they're playing against the players that are trying to impress them. They're also playing against players who are playing for their lives and survival of those clubs. Do you think Kaizer Chiefs, the players, do you think Kaizer Chiefs understand that they're not only playing against the team that they're facing on the day, they're facing other attributes?
Of course, when you put on a Chiefs jersey, you know what is at stake. I mean, you're playing against a team that has rich history. There's no doubt in my mind the players are trying everything in their power. I think sometimes people complain that the players are lackadaisical, the players are not playing to their best. No player puts on a shirt not to perform. They're giving their best, but they're not playing against themselves. They're playing against an opponent who also plans to beat them. And every opponent that plays Chiefs will play to beat them and raise their game. You know, there's clubs sometimes they play the whole season and they don't simply do well. But when they play Chiefs, suddenly you see there's that added motivation because they know if they impress, there's lots of good things that can happen. In some cases, they can even be signed by Kaizer Chiefs. So that is the
Ah,
inspiration. So you have a lot of pressure. You have a lot of pressure on you. The technical staff have pressure on you. But one thing we cannot hide is that we expect this team to perform. Because of the rich history, they've created a standard and they have to live up to that standard. And sometimes when you say these things, people mustn't think you're attacking the club. I think we all love this club. We want this club to do well because it has such a rich history and we have a history with it. But in saying that, now that we've gone past this stage, we should relax. No, because we have every chance. It doesn't mean that if we draw Sundowns or Pirates that we won't go through. Chiefs, they have the pedigree to go through. On the day, it's cup football. The underdog can create an upset. We've seen in the past. We've seen games
yeah.
where teams from the lower league in these competitions they create upsets. It's been there. I mean, we saw a cup final where TS Galaxy beat Chiefs with a penalty in that particular, and they were playing in the first division at that time. So anything is possible in cup football. But consistency is lacking, we must agree. Chiefs need to ensure that there's better consistency. You look at the way Chiefs is playing at this moment in time, there's no fluency in their game. They don't dominate the game with possession. There's a lot of possession turnover, and I think that is something that has to be worked on. And I think this gives the technical team a little bit of breather now. You could see the coach was relaxed after the game. There was celebration. Because why? That pressure is off. Because the dream is still on. The dream of getting to that final and winning is still on. Had they not done well, this would have set them back. So I think they must use this game now to create a certain amount of impetus, a certain amount of motivation. Now they can use this tool to say, guys, we've done it now. We're in the semis. Let's go all the way.
Tsepana, okay, give us as fans, because we need to understand. We didn't see it today in the Chiefs players when they walked onto the pitch. We didn't see that bravado, that Kaizer Chiefs bravado, that, I'm wearing a Kappa shirt, gold and black. Take us through it, because, how do you transfer that energy into these current players and let them know that, unfortunately, from here on, every match is going to be expected to almost be a cup final. They're going to have to win, and they have to walk in, with that thing. Take us through that thing. Let them know what is that thing that you had as a Kaizer Chiefs player at that time.
No, Susan, when you're talking about that thing when you walk on the pitch, you build that through winning games, and winning trophies. So the confidence is there. When you enter the field, the opponent they're already scared. But that doesn't just come because you're just wearing a Chiefs team. The results must be there. And the confidence of the players, it will get a lift. When you play Sundowns, Baba, some team they just happy to go home with a 1-0 loss, when you play against Sundowns. Because they've built that, they've built that throughout the years, that fear factor. So this team, they need to understand, Guti. One, you have to win trophies. You have to be consistent. The word consistency is key. They have to perform consistently, week in, week out. Not today you give us a 1-0, tomorrow Super Sport comes, how much you for, and you think, and then everyone will be scared of you. Once they're consistent, and they winning games, like on the trot, they haven't won like maybe 4 games on the trot, like in succession. So
Yeah.
where do you think all that? Or where do you think all that will come from? So they still have a lot of work to do. Nothing is given, Baba. You have to earn. You have to earn your stripes. Nothing is given in life.
Coach Farouk, I want to go to an ad break. Ne? Coach Farouk, I want to go to an ad break, but I want to hear from you because we need to plug some holes here. How many holes are there needed
Yes,
to be
yes.
plugged? How many holes do you think you saw that need to be plugged tonight?
Look, as
Before
far
I
as
go
the
to an ad break.
defense is concerned, look, to be quite frank, as far as the defense is concerned, it was a bit erratic at times, clearing their lines, but so was Stellenbosch. So you're playing against a team that's very similar in the way they played. So they cancelled each other out. But where I think they're still lacking, when they started the match with Tele, with Nobo in midfield, and with Serino, I was happy to see there was some balance. But as the game progressed, and after scoring the goal, they lost that certain fluency. And you got a number 9. There's not really a number 9 in play. So that is
So that's one.
that is
If
the
I get coach, so I'm noting one. So that's one, number 9. What's the next one? Because I want to go to an ad break. I want you to go into detail then. What type of number 9 and what type of player whatever holes you think need to be plugged. I want to go to an ad break and
look.
come back. I want you to explain to the viewers which
All right.
type of player they need to scout after that. So number 9 they're gonna need. What else?
Well, I think they have the speed of attack. They have good attacking players. They have speed on the wings. They play in transition. So if they have a player who's got the stature, they tried Saile. Didn't work out for them. They got Chivaviro on the bench. They don't have confidence in Chivaviro as well because as big as he is, he hasn't got the scoring touch. They need to have a striker that can finish because they do create moments where they look promising in the last third. But for some reason,
Yeah.
they can't hit the target to save their lives. Tonight they got a penalty, and again, penalty from the opposition's mistake. What was that guy thinking putting his hand up to start off with?
I feel
Defenders don't
like
do
you're
that.
gonna tell me. I feel like you're gonna tell me after the ad break where they're gonna get that number 9. Let's go to an ad break. Check this out. Join Betway using SoccerBeat right now. You get 25 rand extra. Check this out. How would you like to win a little something extra just for joining the best in the game? For a limited time, we are teaming up with Betway and giving all of you access to a SoccerBeat exclusive. If you join Betway using the sign-up code SoccerBeat, now in March, you get 25 Rand extra bet. That's right. It's time to get way more out of every bet. Standard T's and C's apply. Oza. Yeah, that's 25 Rand extra if you join and register on Betway right now. You get 25 Rand extra. Use the code SoccerBeat. And Nina, I've been seeing you, Kaizer Chiefs fans. You are not subscribing. Pirates fans are beating you in the subscription front. We need you to join the conversation. Subscribe, hit us up. Let Tsepo know and Farouk know that you love them. Join us on SoccerBeat. Coach Farouk, where are they going to find this type of number 9? Where is Kaizer Chiefs going to find this type of 9 that they need?
They have to
Describe
search.
this
They
9
have
for
to
us and where they're going to find them.
look. The thing is, ultimately, they need to have a profile of their player. You can't just sign a player because he's a striker and he's scoring elsewhere. I think that was the mistake initially. Saile probably was good where he played, Chivaviro as well. But Chiefs is a different kettle of fish altogether. Now, the philosophy and style that the coach is trying to get into to Chiefs to play in a certain way, let's call it a game model. The game model must speak to them and say, this is the striker we need. If we're going to play with wingers, we need a striker who can finish from crosses. If we're going to play through the middle, we need a striker who can make runs in behind and finish. So that is going to say, not us. We can say, we want a player like Collins and Besuma. But now the coach decides he wants to play differently. So the best guy to ask is the coach. Say, coach, what is your philosophy? You want to play it this way? What is the striker you
Tepana, is the striking force the only hole that needs to be filled?
To be honest, it's not the only home, and I still feel like they still need another midfielder, a 8, maybe a 8 or a 10, a box to box, someone that can score also goals. If you look at the numbers, you need a midfielder that will give you maybe a 5, 6 goals, per season to give you that push, So I still feel like in the midfield they still lacking a 8, maybe a player there, and definitely a striker, man. Part of the Chiefs' problems today, after they scored the goal, they didn't have that striker that can hold the ball, and the players could join, hold the ball, throw a foul. If you throw a foul, we're out of the pressure zone. We step up a bit, we gain ground. But after they scored the goal, they were pinned in their half for a good 20 minutes. They kept on making fouls after fouls. You could see that the goal is coming here, because they don't have the player with that, stature of holding the ball, and delaying play, throwing fouls. Because we all know Ash likes to make those runs behind. But if the team is so deep and the midfielders are not in control of the ball, like they can't really see that run, they can't play you that pass. So you need a big boy to hold the balls. Hence the coach went for Morris in the last transfer window. It shows you that he likes those type of strikers, that can take out the pressure of the team. So hopefully they will get one, and you need a striker that scores, Baba. You don't need just a big giant beast. We need some goals. If your strikers are not scoring, you're not gonna win the league season. No chance. Chances are slim. Chances are very slim. If you don't have a 10, 50. Okay, in South Africa, we don't want 25. We want 10, 15. We don't want 25
Coach
goals.
Farouk, Coach Farouk, De Jong is Stellenbosch. De Jong is Stellenbosch. De Jong is Stellenbosch can score goals. He's a 8 that can score goals. He knows Ashley pretty well. He's the type of guy. Maybe we could get the best out of Ashley. Hi, gentlemen. Tsepo Masilela, Farouk Khan. This was Talking Chiefs. Danko!